Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you.
What's up? You really like that?
Let's shut up and grind some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous, no idea. Is this Sunday?
Morning.
It is a Sunday morning here inside the studio. I don't know about you, Jonathan, but that like 25th through the 1st, wash.
Yeah.
Absolute wash. Don't know what day it is. You'd be lucky if I put my paints on, you know what I mean? One of them kind of times of the year. We're back in the studio. We're back here working. We have a massive football game that we head out of town for tomorrow morning, and that is the Sugar Bowl, a rematch between Ole Miss and the University of Georgia down there in NOLA. Excited to go. Excited to break this down with you today. Obviously, Ole Miss has played a game most recently. They faced off against Tulane in that first round of the playoffs. We will watch that, and then we'll flip over and watch Georgia versus Ole Miss from Georgia's defensive side of the football. I was asking Jonathan before we turned the cameras on, what was your impression of that first matchup defensively from Georgia? I know most people watching this probably felt like, Ole Miss offense really, really good, executed at a high rate. They just beat us for 3 or 4 quarters until we got some stops. Is that kind of how you remember it?
Yeah.
And not necessarily the case. That's what I thought the case was as well. When I went back and rewatched it myself, a lot of self-inflicted errors from Georgia's defense. A lot of stuff that they don't do anymore. A lot of stuff that they've cleaned up. A lot of stuff that, you did that, we're going to make you pay. They make teams pay now. They weren't making teams pay early in the year, probably a little too young to be capitalizing on other teams' mistakes, but hopefully they can do so if you're a Georgia fan in this one. Hey, got a couple of rules around here. If you learn anything about the game of football, you must subscribe. If you learn anything about your favorite team, you must subscribe. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. I think we should just make it a rule. If you show up, you should have to subscribe until we get to 100K. And then at that point, y'all can kick your feet up because I know I am too. Just kidding. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. Oh, man. That's funny. You like that? That was funny. I know I'm muted. All right, let's do it. Let's open it up against Tulane now. They was walking through water. Like they was walking through Swiss cheese the first 5 or 6 plays against Tulane, but nonetheless, still got to watch it, okay? Absolutely going to work in these first several plays. I think they scored a touchdown in 4 snaps, Jonathan, and then the 5th snap's another explosive. I think that's what we got. So here comes the running back, or the spit it out. Now, ain't no doubt you're going to get put in these situations. Now, I told you during the live show, I felt like they had 3 really good football players at wide receiver. Do you remember them?
Deuce Alexander.
17, 19, and 11. All right? I think they're really, really good football players. Now, I think I had 2 wide receivers that were touched by the Lord above when it comes to physical skill sets. That's number 1, the guy who's about to catch this and take it 40. And number 2, the kid from Penn State can absolutely burn. All right? So those 2 guys, big physical X body type. Number 2, burner Z body type. The rest of them, damn good ball players. Caden Lee, Hilton Alexander, and my man Winnie Watkins. Okay, damn good football players. Tough to bring down, tough to get down. These 2 guys, physical specimens. All right, they're a little bit different of a football player and prospect than the other 3 wideouts that they will play. Number 4, the tight end, Caleb Odom, a transfer from Alabama, is really, really talented. Number 8, however, I think is the cog. All right, these Lane Kiffin, Charlie Weiss offenses, they need a good tight end that can do just about everything. He can run block, he can tight end pop, he can catch after the screen, or after the run after the catch, he can block out in the screen game. They need somebody. Hey, he can damn near operate as an F if he needs to. A fullback, you'll see him do that today as well, all right? 8's more of their do-it-all guy. 4 is more of their I'm trying to create explosive with a tight end type of guy, all right? So that's their personnel breakdown, if you will. Hey, ain't nobody in the world popping the tight end better than Lane Kiffin and Charlie Weiss. Charlie Weiss still popping tight ends, amen? Still popping tight ends. The rare A lot of my slot receivers get labeled this one. Okay, a lot of my slot receivers get labeled this one. A lot of my skin tone challenge safeties get labeled with this. Real lunch paily, a little sneakier a little better athletic than more better athlete than you thought. One of those. That's number 8 from Ole Miss. On film, looks like a very stiff athlete. Looks kind of like they're lesser of the two, if you will. You get to see this guy in person. You're like, shit, look at that skinny ankles on that joker. Look at the width and general size of that football player. Sneaky athlete is this number 8. Watch this move. I think he puts on the safety real subtly right here at the top. Never mind. It's another play later. All right. He gets a little one stick in the ground move on a safety later that is very, very subtle for a 250-pound athlete, okay? Now, this guy, Keewan Lacey, I think I was on him week 2 against week 3 against Wazoo. The guy just absolutely defies numbers, all right? I think this might be a pull read, honestly. We got way too many people committed to the running back. Don't you agree? That free defender, you can't even see him. He's already tucked tail, and he's running towards the back. That's a pull read for the quarterback. We're going to misread this, but it's okay because we just going to make a miss right there in the backfield, and now we're going to gash it for 6, okay? The kid is very, very special. He's a very, very unique back. I think Glenn Schumann said during this broadcast, they noted that he had made the 100th tackler miss this season. So they played 13 games, 100 tackles, was about 8.5 a game. He put them on the ground, all right? He going to make you miss. Now, I don't know how many of those came against Georgia, but that's beside the point. The talent is the talent, okay? I will say I highly doubt he gets this much space, so I'm talking about with this do-it-all guy. Hey, now we're going to motion him in basically as a fullback right here. He's going to be used. I'm alerting this to a dead run key when we see this, all right? I have very rarely seen them throw the football out of this formation. They're running counter, all right, or actually just split insert zone right there for the running back. Again, I don't see you getting this much space as an offensive unit because of what we're about to see from Tulane. Tulane, rightfully so, felt as if they needed to crisscross. They needed to stunt. They needed to twist. They needed to wrap. They needed to try to create havoc in order to get a defender at the ball carrier's feet behind the line of scrimmage because they weren't just going to be able to push the line of scrimmage. Relatively smart for a team that's outmatched. However, when we do this, when we do nuts, when we do tons, when we do stunts at the line of scrimmage against the run game, if we don't run them tight, what do we do? Oh my God, do we give up explosives? Do we give up creases more importantly? And if we give up creases against this back, we're going to give up. I mean, good God. I'm telling you right now, you give that up against 5, you're gonna give up yardage, big dog. And big-time explosive yardage because he's going to be one-on-one with the safety, and it's going to get ugly, okay? You're not beating him on an angle, okay? Alert, alert, alert. That's a deep pistol action, first and foremost. Secondly, who is that? Can you see? That's number 17. That is Winnie Watkins, okay? It's a damn good football player. We need to be alert in this, okay? When we have wide receivers at pistol, we just hey, woo, 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 woo. Alert, alert, alert. Just to get everybody keen to what's going on and not just like locked in to the guy in front of them because the guy in front of them might lie to them like the entire front 5 does right now from Ole Miss. We got a play action pass coming to us, Jonathan. We are going to pretend to run truck sweep to the field, okay? Roll back out. Now we got the running back in the flat, but really we got this deep overworking into that secondary progression to Hilton Alexander. Great job right there, plucking it and getting down with the football and continuing after the catch, okay? These 3 guys I think are really, really good after the catch because of their inherent football abilities, all right? When they do that, pluck that football, snap that head around, they're about to make plays, okay? And they very rarely drop that football. How many guys you see drop that one, Jonathan, where they're like, I'm going to start looking to make plays? Not these guys, all right? They're really, really sure-handed football players. 2 of them from this here fine state of Georgia, amen? Mm-hmm. All right. We remember scouting those guys when we first watched them. Now, here's my thing. Down here, You're going to see a lot of zero from football teams, period. It's what teams do in the red zone. They play a lot of cover zero, all right? That safety's a free hat. He can roll down. It looks like cover one when we have one high safety, but it's the red zone. He ain't really high. He's like at 5 yards right now. So you can see a lot of cover zero. Great football teams down here nowadays are quarterback run-laden football teams. It's the way we balance counts. It's the way we get in the box. They did it to you guys the first matchup. They do it to everybody else as well. Hey, number 5, Kewan Lacey. Everybody's going to talk about his individual efforts as a running back. I'm going to show you 2 blitz pickups today. They make it move for yours truly. I ain't going to lie to you, all right? Now, this was interesting, okay? 3rd in the zip code right here, Jonathan. We see this? Okay, 3rd in the zip code. They have put themselves in this position due to negatives, inability to run the football, whatever it was right here on this possession. But we're in a bad situation on 3rd in the zip code. And we're going to throw the ball 4 yards short of the sticks right here. When I first saw this watching film, I'm like, same football team, they're about to get up on 4th and 4 right here, ball at their own 38, and they're going to go. Because that's what Lane did. That's what Lane does. That's who they are. We got to be willing to play 4 downs in the middle of the field. Amen? That's what we got to prepare for when we play Ole Miss. Guys, they're up, I think, 7-0 right here against a team that they know that they're better than. They're about to run a delay a game and punt the football. My thoughts exactly. Now, it's a 4th and 4. Maybe we call this play to hope we get into a 4th and 2. The statistics change right there. We go for it on 4th and 2. We don't on 4th and 4. Whatever it may be, that's a play call that we think we're going for it on 4th is what I'm trying to explain to you, though. All right? And then they get up right here on 4th and 4, ball at the 43. Not even at the 38. So we're well in the go range right here for Ole Miss. We're running delay a game, trying to get them to jump off sides, bring on the punt unit, and punt the football. A little bit different?
Yeah, a little bit different.
A little bit different. I would agree, because every time I've watched Lane, when I saw the play call, I'm like, that's a we're going for it on 4th down play call. We get on the ball, I'm like, oh, nothing's changed. Psych, they're running hard count. Okay? So maybe something has changed. Now, here's my thing. We got to squeeze him, Jonathan. We can't flush him. You know what I mean? We got to squeeze the pocket, make this he ain't but 5'11", maybe. Make this guy compete from within inside the pocket, and maybe we'll get tips. Maybe we'll get overthrows. Maybe we'll make him throw into tight windows that he's uncomfortable with. But if we flush him from pockets, we are cooked. All right? If he gets outside of them and starts to free range, I'm telling you, ain't a linebacker going to run him down. Ain't a defensive lineman going to run him down. Ain't an edge rusher going to run him down. Maybe Chris Cole. That's about it. All right, so if he gets outside the pocket, we're in trouble. We got to squeeze him, make him compete from within the OTs. All right, we cannot let this guy get outside the tackle box because he will do this right here, okay? Cannot. So pivotal down for them on 3rd and 4. We're going to get a daggone free rusher on his butt. We have one. We got to get his ass down. Because if he does this, he will extend on us. His playmakers will make plays. Got to get him down. Rush the high hip, baby. Rush the high hip. Can't rush the near hip. We got to rush the high hip. Amen? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying about that? Mm-hmm. If he's a quarterback and we're looking at him, we got to rush his top hip because he's bound to go that way. Same thing if we're rushing him from behind. If we're rushing him from behind, we want to rush that high hip. That way when he spins out, he's going to get a chin check. All right? Got to rush the high hip. Make him step up and in. Make him do what Mateer did to Alabama, right? Very rarely do you see that. A quarterback be able to stand up in the pocket because we got to have A, space, but B, strength to get up off of the defensive end and then get flat. Make him do that. When they have unforced errors, it's from within here. What am I noting? Oh, him. If he has unforced errors, I think it's from right here, okay? Make this guy do this 30 times on Saturday. When do they play? Thursday, Friday. Make them do this 35 times when y'all play them. I think you'll beat him. I really do. I think that's what you got him off the field the first time, making him compete within the pocket, tips, overthrows. Tips and overthrows.
Gotta have those.
Attaboy. Tips. Gotta have them. All right, ball placement just a little bit uncomfortable right here, okay? Is this the pickup? One of the many. I'm telling you, I'm going to draft Kewan Lacey. if he doesn't enter the draft, I'm going to make him. That LSU money's cool. Come get some of that NFL money. Sorry. That Ole Miss college football money. Ole Miss Rebels here in the chat today. Do you expect him to be an LSU Tiger?
Probably not.
Probably not. You don't think they're ready for it? I think they're like, this is gonna be fun. Let's ride this out. Let's get a dub. Let's see you in the fiesta, and then you can pillage my roster after we get done with this thing. I think that's what they think.
Yeah.
But man, hey, we got to tackle these guys out on the edge, man. Got to tackle, because you're going to get put in these situations. We know this. You're going to get put in one-on-ones. You got put in them the last time you played them, and you gave up an 80-yard touchdown to start the second half off of this right here. We got to tackle these guys. Tulane did not feel comfortable getting these guys on the ground, felt very overcompromised. We missed a tackle to start the football game on number 1. Here comes number 11, Deuce Alexander, or Hilton Alexander, and by God, we're going to give up a face mask right there, and it's a free 15. Now, a possession that started inside their own 15-yard line starts the next play at the 38, or the 42. We can't have this, 46-yard line. We can't have this off of a 5-yard reception. We got to close space, tackle, force a 2nd and 5. We have to, absolutely have to, as a defense. Got to be calm out there on the islands, man. Got to be calm out here on the islands, all right? You're going to get put in one-on-ones. They're playing some cover 1 right here is Tulane. All right, they're going to play some man-to-man coverage. We got to be calmer. We definitely got to be better right here, okay? We get cooked on both ends. We get a PI down here on the bottom with safety help, and the nickel gets flat ran by up there at the top of the screen. I wonder what the quarterback's doing except for predetermining pre-snap reads. I don't know what we're doing. We're working right to try to get this safety to pull off, and then we're working back left, but the safety never got off the middle of the field, did he, Jonathan? He stayed right in the middle. In fact, he worked right, or started right, worked to the middle, and then came back right. We got that slot fade all day. Non-competitive ball from the quarterback, okay? I still think they're a good football team, like schematically though, right? Everybody knows Lane is Lane. Everybody talks about Lane the way that they do from an in-game play calling standpoint. Kirby Smart, I don't think has been more complimentary of an offensive play designer than Lane in my years covering him, okay? He speaks about his ability to, get the right play that puts the defense in compromise at all times. It's an example of Charlie Weiss doing the same exact thing here on a 4th and 3. All right, they're going to play man coverage down here on the bottom. So what are we going to do against man coverage in a short yardage situation as an offense, Jonathan? We're going to try to create a rub, right? We're going to try to create a mesh point between 2 wide receivers to make the 2 defensive players covering them collide or have to work over or underneath one another. That's exactly what we got right here. We got a man rub beater right here as an offense. We're going to motion that guy back, snap the football right as he gets set again, and then boom, now we're going to rub them both, all right? It's a great job right here by Caden Lee, creating space, all right, finding the ball. Great job by the quarterback, giving it to him on the upfield shoulder while we have space as well. Okay, we want to turn him back upfield to give him a chance to protect himself against that defensive back. Great job right there by the OC and the quarterback. It actually forces zone switch down here on the bottom between Tulane's defensive players. I think they're actually playing 3 over 2. You see that? Or 4 over 2, really. 4 over 2 with a point man right here who's going to get collisioned and then kind of sink, but we have nobody in the flat. Now, they do a lot of what we call draining the back, okay? They're going to take the back, they're going to swing him to the field. Now, the whole purpose is to take number 15 and suck his butt out of the box, all right? Watch this. There he goes out of the box, right? Now what is wide ass open, Jonathan? The middle of the field. The middle of the field is so wide open right now because we've drained the back. We've taken that linebacker. Now we're pushing vertical over here. And, ooh, here comes our yak tight end, Caleb Odom, on a little Texas route. We're going to put him right over the middle of the field right here, put the ball on his face, allow him to go run after the catch. Boom, 9 yards. It's a big 9-yard chunk and plus territory right there for the coordinator, all based off design, right? We want to drain the back right here, take the linebacker out of the equation, get into empty, and then stick route the tight end right there, a little Texas route, a little angle, whatever you want to call that. Now, this is something we got to talk about because I'm very curious. They got a damn good football coach in John Summerall over here. All right, I'm very curious when I see this type of stuff. What did we talk about all week? What did we talk about all week with regards to rushing this kid with integrity? You know what I mean? Pushing pockets, never getting too far upfield, never seeking personal glory for the sacrifice of the team. That's what we got going on over there at defensive end. Look at that gap. Put us in two, Jonathan. Look at that gap and B gap. I bet you everything I love, he's going to pull the football down and run because we've given him a lane right now. And there he goes, pulling the football down and taking off and running. Now, I will give Tulane credit here. If he's going to run, we need to stick his ass and put him on the sideline for a couple snaps, and they did exactly that. But we can't rush him with that much of a lack of integrity, can we? This is dangerous. That's really, really dangerous. We can't do this. I think he's the second best back on the field for Ole Miss, right? It's Keywan and then it's him. We can't let him do this. Again, great job putting a lick on him when he's in the open field. Let's make him hurt. Let's make him do that. I don't want to root for anybody's injury, but if a quarterback ever puts himself in position of risk, we need to make him pay for that. That's what we do as a defense. Now, here's what you should know. Now, this ain't fugazi. This is real stuff. Austin Simmons has remained on the captain's council. I don't know if you know this, Jonathan. He's remained the captain of this football team throughout the year. He's remained locked in. He's remained glued in. All right? And they call plays as if he has. They don't call, backup saying, let's hand the ball off. No, it's P and 10 right here. It's 1st and 10. They finna let the shit rip with the backup quarterback in on his first snap. Ain't done nothing since pregame. They gonna walk him in and let him do this right here. So just know, if you see 13, by the way, they did this against Georgia last year. Jackson Dart goes down, 2-minute drill. Okay, let's just walk it down against Georgia's defense right here. It's my first time ever playing in real meaningful minutes. Okay, they don't treat their quarterbacks with kid gloves. They're going to go out there and play ball whoever's out there with, all right? That's a big rip right there from him, cold off the bench. All right, now, this is what I want to show you because, again, I'm a lane guy. I'm a lane offensive guy. I don't like any of the decisions that he makes as a person and as a leader of an organization, but I'm a lane offensive guy. Everything he does offensively makes sense to me. Same thing with Charlie. When I watch Charlie, because they've been working together for a long time, everything makes sense. I like this play right here. We got an RPO, but the whole RPO is going to stress the people we need to stress. All right, watch this. All right, we're going to send a motion, and we're going to send this guy directly into the arrow. That's going to pull both of these football players, and we're running a little hitch or a little stop right here, whatever you want to call this. Everybody calls them different routes, okay, well, as an offense. We're going to sit in that zone window right here. Now, who is the other player, Jonathan? If we got this going on right here and we got this, and we're going to pull these two players, let's take him out of the equation. Who is the other player in this vicinity that if we want to run this route could cause a problem? That guy right there, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull the backside guard because we know they're key guards. We're going to give him power read to the front side and watch how much this area of the field opens like that. Because we have a principal, stressor right here as an offense. Boom, there goes the pulling guard. There goes the linebacker. There goes the arrow route. There goes the nickel defender. All right, and we're going to open up a huge area right here for the quarterback. Nice pitch and catch, okay? I mean, that's 15 yards, and the quarterback threw it 3. You know what I'm saying? And look at it from the top. You can really see that number 15 get manipulated. Oh, gone. See you. Now we got a nice, clean picture for the quarterback to rip it, okay? But this guy, I don't care. I mean, you're great coordinating. Awesome. Hey, key and run, right? Mm-hmm. Key and run, right? Running back's freaking good, man. Running back is a absolute numbers defier. +1 defender will arrive, Jonathan. You better defy him. That is your job as a back. Boop. Defy him. No, you are not tackling me at -2. This is a 9-yard gain. Again, I think it's a misread by the quarterback. I think we're getting pulled.
You think it's auto gives maybe?
Jonathan, there could be calls in the headset where it's like, Don't care if we don't block 11 of them. Give it to 5.
Yeah.
Give it to 5. He's freaking good. All right, let's flip over and watch Georgia.
Hey, we'll take a quick minute to give a shout out to our friends over at Sleeper. What a great time to be here on this network this year, but also a great time to be with our friends over at Sleeper. Go over to Sleeper today, the #1 place for daily fantasy and prop plays. Sleeper Picks is a real money product that connects friends over picks. Choose 2 to 8 of your favorite players from pregame, live, or even across different sports. Pick more than or less than the predicted stats. It's that simple. On Sleeper, you can get up to 100x payouts, share with your friends, and get rewarded today. Use promo code Brooks, as you see on the screen, on Sleeper and get 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, that's sleeper.com/promo/Brooks. Terms and conditions apply. Boys, as you know, we're about 28 minutes at the time of this ad read from the kickoff of NFL Sunday. So go ahead, run over to Sleeper right now. I'll give you permission to leave the stream actively. Go over to Sleeper, get a play in right quick, and get paid. We appreciate those folks over there at Sleeper. Again, that's promo code Brooks over there on Sleeper.
All right, so you've been kind of the same defensively from a structural standpoint for about 4 or 5 years in the back end. Okay, now you kind of play what you play versus certain things. If we do this, we know Georgia's going to hop into this. Now, if we start beating them, they just going to line up and play man-to-man. And at that point, we got to beat the person. But until then, we can beat the concepts, right? This is a prime example to start the football game. They're going to get into this condensed set formation to the field. Georgia's going to hop into a zone cover 3. We're going to bring the motion back over here as an offense, and boom. Now we see butts to the sideline. See that? Butt to the sideline, butt to the sideline, middle hole player. We've got cover 3. Where are we vulnerable in cover 3 as a defense, Jonathan?
Seams in the flats.
Seams in the flats. That's right. So what is Lane Kiffin going to do? He's going to attack with yak into the flats right now against this cover 3 look by slipping the tight end. It was just like we talked about earlier, but we're going to slip him behind the line of scrimmage with a little quarterback counter read right there. All right, now we got him into the flats with a linebacker who was stressed into run responsibilities, and now we got to run after the catch opportunity to start the football game. Big 15-yard reception. We're off to the races, right? First down with these fast-paced offenses is the most critical, right? First down is important for everybody, but we can't really jumpstart our operation as a fast-paced offense until we get that first one, all right? And then we can really ramp it up and get defenses starting to worry about what am I playing, get my feet in the ground, what are they doing? Bam! Get hit again, right? You know what I mean? Right, what the hell is that? Now, when I thought of this game mentally, Jonathan, I was like, oh, they played zone for like 3.5 quarters, and I was like, fuck it. We'll play man-to-man, and we'll get off the field. Second snap of the football game, they rolled some man on them. So you threw a little bit more than I thought you did from a man-to-man perspective, okay? It's a rep of it right here. I think you get an incompletion right here. Yeah. Get an incompletion over there from Ellis covering, I can't tell who that is. This is play number 4. And they get a rub right here because they see you playing man-to-man. All right? So here's what they're going to do. They're going to motion Caden behind this tight end. They're going to push the tight end vertical, and then they're going to attack the leverage of one KJ Bolden. Now, you're looking for areas of improvement and just differences in how they're playing football right about now. I can't tell who that is at the nickel, but I know who it ain't. It ain't DeMello Jones. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. When they get in, this is a 3rd and 7. They're playing two-man or cover 1 robber right now. The last 3 games, what have they been doing here, Jonathan? They've been rolling 3 corners onto the field. They ain't been playing a nickel. All right, so that guy's going to be DeMello Jones. That guy still might be KJ, but it's going to be a different coverage unit is what I'm trying to explain to you. The spaces, hypothetically, should be tighter. All right, but I will tell you this space is going to be tighter because 4's seen this before. All right, so we got to play this. We got to click and trigger on this a lot faster at safety right here from number 4. All right, we don't know if he's going outside or inside. We don't want to play a guessing game, but we got to trigger and break that football up a lot better, all right? That's the 3rd and 7 that gets converted on that drive. Oh, whoa. Oh, wrong notes. That happens sometimes on here. I thought this was a really good rep right here by Jonell. Really patient, okay? Sees what's happening in front of him, okay? And then runs with the tight. They're trying to hunt an explosive right there on the tight end Fox screen is what we call this, all right? We're going to fake the screen out here to number 2, and then we're going to slip the tight end down the boundary. All right, number 8 does a really, really good job of remaining patient throughout this, all right? That saves essentially an explosive and a touchdown right there. I don't know who's going to be playing nickel, but it sounds like Dink's going to get an opportunity to play some, whether or not Jonell is fully healthy or not. But those are things that I'm worried about now. Like that's a kid that's gone through that prep 3 times now, or twice, and he's about to go through it a 3rd time. Dink's gone through it once and going through it for a 3rd or 2nd time now. All right, but it's one thing to go through the prep. It's another to see the live bullets. 8's seen the live bullets for 2 straight years now and set on that one. You know what I mean? We're not surprised or caught off guard catching a flesh wound right there as a defense. We're locked in step with the guy that they're trying to hunt an explosive with. Always looking for things that we can improve upon as a defense, right? From game 1 to game 2, seeing an opponent. I want y'all to watch number 3, and you tell me where we're at on this play when we see it the 2nd time, okay? Because I think we're in the backfield making a TFL right here on a pivotal down. Now, do we get run read? 100%. All right, we're getting a pull and tackle or tight end back here. He 100% can insert right now and run quarterback counter or quarterback power right at our face. All right, but our responsibility is in the flat. The running back released right past our face to start the football play. Do you see that, Jonathan? The back who is to us that we're responsible for releases into the flat. We're a little delayed because we're worried about playing quarterback run. Don't worry about playing nothing other than your job. Play your job. That's what 3 does great. That's what 3 is going to do this time around. I'm expecting a different result on a play like this the next time we see it. I think that's fair for a Buckus Awards semifinalist to assume that we're going to not make a false step right here like we do. But this is the shit that I totally forgot about, okay? Guys, y'all didn't make them pay, okay? You didn't make them pay when they made mistakes like this right here. Quarterback's going to put the daggone ball on the turf, guys. Quarterback's going to put the ball on the turf on a 2nd down right here. They score on this possession. I don't know how many times on 2nd down in the red zone, inside the 10s, that a football team has taken a negative like this and then proceeded to score on 3rd down against Georgia. It just doesn't. Normally it does not happen. We make them pay as a defense. You make them pay for the problems that they create on their own. This is a problem they created on their own, and they're about to score on the next play. By the way, should have had his ass on the ground. I'm about to show you. All right, so like I asked Jonathan, and I asked you guys kind of in the intro, when I remembered this game, I remembered Ole Miss beating Georgia's defense for a good 3.5 quarters. I don't recall it being that way now looking back at it, guys. Like, they kind of made them earn it. I mean, it's the 14th play of the opening drive, and we got a damn opportunity to get off the field and force a field goal right here, and we choose not to, okay? We don't choose not to. We don't execute properly because we're rushing the wrong hip, okay? Got to get this dude on the damn ground right here. Does he step up on us? He does, okay? Got to get him on the ground. Great individual effort from him. I don't mean to take away from him, all right? But, guys, we got a free runner at his back. We should get him on the ground. There's just no doubt, okay? Here's the other thing. I think this guy's gotten better too, or at least plays at a less exposable rate, okay? We just got tight end slip, didn't we?
Sure did.
I don't think this happens this time around. I don't think we let that guy cross our face without getting hands on and getting attached to him. Hell, I think by the 3rd or 4th quarter in this one, we're already learning and adapting and fixing and correcting, right? Because that's what they do great at Georgia. I told you, that number 8, man, he's a little sneaky athlete. Little sneaky athlete. Just looks like a lunch pail do-it-all guy, and then he starts doing shit like that. Now, here's my opinion. I think they're going to take 7 or 8 my guy one-on-one 50-50 shots. Am I aggressive saying that all of them need to be wasted downs?
At this point, probably not.
All of them. If they take 78 offensive snaps on Saturday and they want to give me 8 free snaps where it's just, hey, can Ellis cover that guy? Can Dalen cover that guy? Can DeMello cover that guy? We better win as a defense. Because what we're playing here is an explosives game, is what we're playing. All right? Because these aren't, oh, here's a little box square in, here's a catch for 8 yards. No. When they throw these balls, they're going to be 45-yard chunks or an opportunity for 15 yards of a PI. All right? Up here at the top, they're going to go after DeMello. Or down here on the bottom, they're going to go after Dalen. And again, these have to be wasted snaps. Absolutely wasted snaps. If they want to make offense this simplistic, that's fine. We're going to make them throw it out of bounds. And we're going to play on 2nd and 10 in an inefficient down. Amen? I mean, you got safety help over there, buddy. You ain't completing that football. This is the thing, and I think what's our timestamp here, Jonathan?
35.
Okay. Now this is the problem here. How many times in the history of this channel does this end positively for the offense?
0.01%.
0.0001. Normally it's 2nd down, by the way. Normally it's about to be 3rd in a zip code. Go ahead and bring that Aussie on. Let's go ahead and get one of them punts right quick. This is about to be a 1st down conversion for this football team. Or excuse me, a 3rd and 4. I'm about to pick up 7 yards. Can't do that. We cannot do that as an offense or a defense. We cannot have the opposing opposition giving us free yardage in the middle of the field, being self-inflicted, and we're going to give up a 7-yard reception right here. Can't allow this to happen. It comes over here, spits it to the tight end. We've caught this ball. Again, this freeze frame. 3rd and 10? 3rd and 14? Nope. We're going to miss a tackle out there in the flat, Jonell, and then we're going to get ran by, and now it's going to be 3rd and 4. Guess what they're going to do on 3rd and 4?
Convert.
They're going to convert. And even if they don't, they're going to get on the ball and run quarterback run. It's 3rd and 4 at the middle of the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down. This can't happen, guys. This cannot happen at all. We cannot allow teams to make errors and then get out of it themselves. All right? It's actually, yeah, it's Jonell out there on the flat. So here we go, 3rd and 4. I don't even know if this one's on the notes. It's not, because they pick it right up, don't they? Actually, yeah, they pick it up. Let's go to play 20. Now, I know I'm asking a lot of Quintavious Johnson right here. We got a sim pressure. We're going to drop Quintavious into a hook curl right here. Get up underneath number 3 as fast as you can. Okay, get up underneath it, square your hips, look for the ball. Am I asking too much to look for at least a pass breakup? A little PBU right there this time?
No.
This is what I put in my notes, Jonathan. Risky decisions were 1st downs for them last time. So I thought it was just them executing like crazy. I mean, we've seen 5 or 6 plays where it's just like, oh, Georgia doesn't do that anymore. Georgia's better there. The defense is better there. We've improved as a unit here or here, right? What do you notice, Jonathan?
Wide receiver in the backfield.
Hey! Alert all backs in the backfield. Alert, alert, alert. All right? We've seen so far if they're at the pistol, they're used as a decoy, okay? But now he's side saddled, isn't he? Something fishy might be up. Something fishy is up. We're going way out here. Got a damn sail route from the running back right here out of the backfield. Now, we have 2 guys doing one responsibility right here, okay? We got 2 guys driving down onto the flat player. We're about to give up the sail, okay? Always want to do what? Always want to force the dead area checkdowns. Right now as a defense, our dead area is in our flats. All right, that's fine. They want to throw a 5-yard ball into the flat, we'll rally to the ball and we will tackle. What we cannot do is have 2 guys do one job and then give up the 30-yard chunk play here in plus territory on 3rd down. We can't do that, all right? Can't do that. 2nd down, excuse me. It's a great throw and a great catch right here by Chambliss and Watkins. Again, don't mean to demean them. This is pressure in the face right here. It's pressure in the face right here. It's pretty daggum good, amen? Mm-hmm. I want to go back to this because I forgot to note it. because I think this guy might be one of my favorite backs that we've studied here this year. This was that play I was telling you about. Look at this pickup. Ugh! Welcome to the SEC, Chris Cole. Wham! We love to see that. I love backs that play physical, man. Last play, I think. Because I don't think this guy I don't think this guy has this type of mistake again. You tell me. I think he's gotten so much better mid-season because I don't know how healthy he was. That guy don't miss tackles. He doesn't. He gets the same opportunity. They played Auburn before this, right?
I think so.
They play Auburn after this. Either way, we don't overrun this anymore. I don't know if we were ourselves right here. We damn sure became ourselves as the season progressed, okay? Now, here's what I do want to show you, okay? Because I don't think this stops as Lane leaves, all right? In fact, I think most of this red zone creativity does indeed come from the coordinator, because coordinator's up there, you know, doing all kinds of crazy stuff with the Ouija board in the middle of the week, all right? So I think this red zone creativity, I think this is Charlie Weiss as much as it is anybody else. We hop under center for the first time all damn day. We throw chuck toss, and then we have the quarterback or the running back, who is actually a wide receiver back there, number 2, throw the football. There's a lot going on here. Now, here's what I want to tell you. It's the last thing I'll leave you with. If I'm Charlie Weiss, I am dumping the ever-loving clip in this football game. There's no doubt. We played a mid-major football team that we were skull cannon in the middle of the second quarter. We're up 21-3, set on the football for 4 quarters. All right? I'm talking about 2 quarterbacks on the same field at the same time. I'm talking about double passes. I'm talking about reverses. I'm talking about all of it. The kitchen sink. You're getting it for 4 quarters. So just prepare for that as a defensive coordinator. All right? Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you hit that thumbs up button on your way out. I love you. Bye.